Carmina, and good afternoon to everybody.
Nakakangiti pa po kayo.
Well, you know, we just have to work and try to be happy.
Wow! Wow naman! Galing ng reporter. Ano yun? Bully? Pang-asar o kinukonsensya si Secretary Dominguez? Kung naalala nyo yung mga balitang nakaraang araw tungkol doon sa nagpaturok ng vaccine, no? Yung mga PSG. Ayan. Kung bakit daw nagpaturok yung mga yon. Kaya nga meron ditong tanong eh. Saan ba yung tanong ngayon? Ito yung tanong. Sabi dito yung tanong, ano raw ba ang problema nyo? Yan. Sa mga nagrereklamo, sa mga nagpaturok na PSG, no? Yung tinutukoy natin vaccine para sa COVID-19. So anong problema ba? Bakit kayo reklamo ng reklamo kung nagpaturok sila, no? Unang-una, hindi lang naman sila ang naunang nagpaturok, di ba? At kung may problema o may kaso, di ba dapat kasuhan sila. Ang problema ata wala naman natang habuling kaso kung sakali mang nagpaturok sila, kasi ang illegal lang doon kung ibinenta mo o kaya may bumili o binili o basta ganun yun lang naman ang problema doon kasi kung mayroong kaso, dapat lahat na nagpaturok ng mga opisyal natin kinasuhan na. May mga senador, di ba? May mga mayayamang tao na nagpaturok na, diba? So ang illegal lang doon kung nagtinda ka siguro na hindi approve ng DOH o kaya ng FDA. So anong problema, di ba? So alam niyo naman na marami ding tao na ayaw magpabaksin dahil diyan sa kinatatakutan nila nung una na kung saan ginawang praktisan yung mga kabataan at mga Pilipinong nagpaturok sa dengue vaccine. Di ba? Alam niyo 'yon? Yun, maraming Pilipinong takot nga magpabakuna kung tutuusin. Itong mga to willing na nagpaturok, di ba? O kung ano man ang mangyari, at least may resulta. Ano man ang maging resulta, mamatay man sila diyan o maging maganda resulta, o di ba? May nakuha ng tag dito survey yung DOH kung pwedeng gamitin o hindi pwedeng gamitin yung vaccine dahil may namatay na PSG. O di ba kayo natutuwa doon na sila mismo nag-volunteer na nga dyan para hindi matakot ang mga Pilipino magpabakuna kasi nga kinatatakutan yung bakuna na yan di ba? Yan. So sila, di ba? Nag-volunteer na nga yung iba dyan. O sila yung mga PSG, yung mga sundalo, mga pulis. So ano man na magresulta dyan? O yan. Makakatulong pa sila sa DOH tsaka sa FDA. Bagamat sabi nga hindi approve yan ng FDA at tsaka ng DOH. Ang tanong, anong problema? Yung mga reklamo ng reklamo. O try nyo kaya, kayo mauna kaya magpatulok din para makita din natin, no? Oo, sakali man ano resulta sa inyo. Oo, dami nyo reklamo. Sabi ng iba, kayo nga ayaw nyo magpaturok dyan, ayaw nyo nga magpabakuna, no? O sila, itinayanan nila yung buhay nila. Ano man ang magiging resulta ng pagbabakuna nila, may mapagkukunan ng mga doktor natin, di ba? So, ano ang inirereklamo ng iba dyan, di ba? Ang laki ng issue. Parang ang gusto nyo lang palabasin dyan, parang nagbabypass yung mga opisyalis natin sa gobyerno, sa mga batas na ipinapatupad, itong mga opisyal mismo ang naglalabag. Hindi nga, naghahabol nga tayo ng di ba? Ng panahon para may resulta na para mapabakunahan ng mga Pilipino. At kung makita ng mga Pilipino na okay, no, sa mga PSG, walang namatay, walang nadisgrasya, di ba? Baka yung mga Pilipinong ordinaryo diyan baka sila pa ang magkumahog para magpabakuna. Hindi kagaya ng mga nakaraan kahit libre na ayaw pa magpaturok ng bakuna. O di ba kayo natutuwa doon? Parang ganyan. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna start off with the questions. You know what's coming. But first I want to start off with this. How many vaccines are under review right now by the expert panel? Let's start with that.
Yeah, one. No? So for as far as an emergency use authorization is concerned, we only have one application. It was lodged late in the afternoon on the 23rd.
That's Sinovac.
That's Pfizer.
Pfizer.
Ano ba yan? Pati dyan, butata, mali pa.
Yeah, the Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine applied for an emergency use authorization. In terms of the clinical trials, we have 3 under review who have applied to do clinical trials here. That is Sinovac, Clover, and Janssen from Johnson & Johnson.
Okay. So what was the president talking about? What was he saying that, and this was confirmed by Secretary Anyo, that some members of the military, cabinet officials as well, have been inoculated. What is this vaccine that they used, Dr. Domingo?
Ay, nako. Medyo naman halata. Masyado namang halata yan. May gusto lang talaga kayong banatan.
I have no idea. I don't know what brand it is or from what country it came from, because, well, as of now, there's no registered vaccine that is authorized to be used in the Philippines. So if there was a donation or if there was some sort of someone brought in vaccines and used it, I do not know what brand it is. No, so far as I know, in the world, there are several vaccines that have been given EUAs. That is Pfizer, Moderna, and I think in China there are 2, Sinovac and Sinopharm, and in Russia, the Gamaleya, the Sputnik vaccines. No? But like I said, in the Philippines, we've only had 1 application so far.
But as FDA Director General, Dr. Domingo, aren't you concerned about the kind of an effect that this will have on the immunization campaign that has yet to begin in the country, Doctor?
Ang bagal daw kasi ng proseso eh. May kwento pa nga dyan eh. Sana hindi naman totoo yun, no? Tama ba yun? Oo. Ito sabi-sabi lang naman, no? Baka naghahanap pa ng komisyon. Nangungumisyon pa. Sana hindi naman totoo yun, no? Yun na may kwento-kwento lang naman. Para naman na kung sakaling may maaprubahan dyan sa mga sumusunod na mga bakuna na yan, ay may pakinabang naman kahit papaano. Yun na may kwento-kwento lang naman po.
Well, you know, what I am concerned about is that to make sure that the vaccine that will be available to the public would pass through the proper process, that it will be evaluated by the experts, that the papers and documents showing the quality will be seen by my regulators, and that before I give an emergency use authorization, that I am convinced that it has, that I have reasonable evidence to believe that the benefit outweighs the risk. So that is the immediate concern, because this is the one that will be available to the public. No? As for the rumors going around that people are getting vaccinated, the best I can do is warn them, no? That, you know, I do not know where these vaccines are coming from. I don't know what they are. If I were you, I would think twice before having something injected on my arm. And, you know, although it is not illegal for you to receive that vaccine, there is a problem with people importing it and distributing it, especially if they're selling it. No?
O ayan, narinig nyo sinabi ni Secretary Dominguez. Tama ba? Dominguez? Domingo ba? Dominguez. Ayan. So, anong kaya lang nilang gawin? Warningan yung mga nagpapabakuna na kahit hindi approved ng FDA at saka ng DOH. So, ang kaya lang nilang gawin ay mag-warning, di ba? So, mapipigilan nyo ba yun kung sino man ang gusto magpabakuna dyan? O kaya naman, at saka wala daw di ba? Wala namang illegal kung sakali man na sila ay magpaturo. O ano ang sinasabi dyan ng mga reklamador? O yan, may taste tuloy.
These are not allowed by law.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why we had Health Reform Advocate Dr. Tony Lechon just a few minutes ago on the program, and he said, maybe it's about time for you to seek the NBI's help here, conduct an investigation, and go after the ones who are behind this.
Hala, magpapa-MBA kayo? O sino nga habulin ninyo? Yung mga nakahubad, ano ba? Ba't ka nakahubad dyan? Okay, sino nga habulin ninyo? Yung mga NBI, mali tuloy sinabi ko eh. Sino nga habulin ng mga NBI yung mga nagpaturok, unahin nyo na si Pangulong Duterte, no? Kasi ang dami niyang pinaturukan. Tapos yung mga senador, nandiyan si Pampilo Lacson, nandiyan pa sino ba yung mga senador diyan na hindi pa nagpakilala pero nagpaturok na. Tapos yung mga mayayaman, lalong-lalo na si Secretary Duque, malamang-lamang nagpaturok na yun. Yan ang unahin yung habulin. O tingnan natin kung may makakalap kayong diyan, no? Unang-una, walang matibay na batas para ipakulong at ipahuli ang mga yan. So anong hinahabol-habol, tinire-reklamo pa ng ibang tao dyan, di ba?
Yeah, no, definitely. We've been working with our law enforcement agencies. Actually, we've been working with the NBI and PNP and even the local government of Manila. And we've conducted several inspections and raids in a clinic in Makati, in Binondo, which have so far turned negative. No? So in this case, we really have to work again with the law enforcement agencies for this.
This really confuses the public, Director General Dr. Domingo.
Sino nako-confuse? Yung mga Pilipino? Wala nga nagre-reklamo mga ordinaryong Pilipino. Ang reklamador dyan, yung mga reklamador, di ba? Yung lumalaban at reklamo sa gobyerno, yun ang mga nako-confuse. Pero yung mga ordinaryong Pilipino, walang nako-confuse dyan. Ayaw nga magpaturok ng iba dyan eh. Yung mga gusto magpaturok dyan, yun yung mga ayaw. Ayaw. Yung mga nagre-reklamo na naghahanap ng bakuna, yun yung mga reklamo. Pero yung mga ordinaryong Pilipino, nako, kahit magpatulog kayo ng libre dyan, hindi magpapatulog siya mga, paano mako-confuse? Kayo lang nakaka-confuse. Anong gagawin natin? Maraming Pilipino gustong maagapan ng mga buhay nila. Kahit po sabihin natin, batas ba ng FDA at DOH, pagka mahuli ba, makukulong sila? Hindi naman. Ano sabi nga ni hindi kayo maintindihan. Intindihin nyo kasi, ano lang kayang gawin nila? Mag-warning lang. Sino ulihin? Yung mga nagpaturok, wala nga ganun eh.
Because here we are, waiting with bated breath, really following every step of the FDA, taking every assurance that you give us to heart. And then we hear of members of the military, members of the cabinet, members of the Presidential Security Group that have been inoculated. And we hear this from no less than the President. Does it concern you that the public now perceives that there are two kinds of systems? One for us and one for those that have access, even though it's still not been made available to the public. Dr. Domingo, what do you say to that?
Ay nako, sa'yo siya nako-confuse. Pati ikaw confuse ka din. Paano siya mako-confuse? Alam naman niya kung ano nangyayari. Yun nga lang, hindi sinasabi sa kanya. Di ba? Alam niya po ang nangyayaring bakunahan dyan, turukan ng turukan. Alam po niya yan. Hindi na lang siya nagsasalita dahil siyempre, pahuhuli niya, pakukulong niya. Ano naman kakayahan niya para ipagawa niya yung bagay na yon, no? Alam niya yan, hindi siya nako-confuse. Nako-confuse sa mga reporter, tanong ng tanong. Dami niyong reklamo. Sila nga, ordinaryo ng tao, di nga nagre-reklamo eh.
Yes, I am as confused as you. No, I'm also as bewildered that, because there is a process and there is a way for us to make sure that we can get the most amount of certainty when it comes to safety and efficacy of a vaccine. These are all products under development. We have to realize that. We're not even giving full marketing authorization. We're giving an emergency use authorization, which means that we will use these vaccines even while they are still under development. We do not know fully yet what adverse events will come out later on. But since we have an emergency, we allow them to use, knowing that they are useful, that they will help us, knowing that the benefit outweighs the risks. So if our people are getting products outside of that system, I would be very worried. I'd be very afraid for them. But what I can do for my part, for the FDA, is just to assure everybody that the products that will be available to you, that will be sent at the government hospitals, that will be used at the public health centers, that will be given to the frontliners and the elderly, will pass through the FDA, and that we will do our best not to make sure that they are evaluated properly before we even give the authority for them to be used, even during this emergency situation.
When you heard the president say that, Nagulat ho ba kayo? Were you just as shocked that he was so truthful and he's so honest to the point that it actually, put you between a rock and a hard place? The FDA in general, Dr. Domingo.
Siyempre, natural. Gulat siya. Secretary ba naman siya ng FDA, tapos siya walang alam na may nagpaturok na, di ba? Siya pa nga itong sabi, wala pang inaaprubahan ng mga bakuna, tapos may mababalitaan siya na may binakunahan na. Ayot yun pa mga sundalo ng ating Pangulo. Pero at least, ang ating Pangulo, honest, umamin, di ba? Umamin siya na tinurukan yung mga sundalo niya, di ba? Kaya lang, sa simpleng salita, may gusto lang kayong palabasin dyan, no? Na ang ating Pangulo ay nangungunang lumalabag sa mga patakaran, no? Di ba? Yan ang gusto nyong palabasin. Ang tanong, sino kaya sa tingin nyo ang pwedeng bakunahan dyan sa labas ngayon? At papayag bakunahan. O, di ba? Wala, di ba? So, kaya nga sinabi, mga frontliners ang uunahin. So, natural, pwede naman natin masabing sila ang inunang bakunahan kung sakali man, di ba? Makatulong, kaya lang siyempre palalabasin nyo dyan, walang magiging matino dyan sa usapin na yan kasi kanya-kanya ng bakuna, kung sino gusto magbakunahan yun ang una. Hindi ba nga, hindi nyo ba naalala ang kwento? Maraming ayaw magpabakuna dahil sa mga kwento-kwento kung ano ang laman ng mga bakuna na yan. Tapos ngayon, ayan na nga, meron na nga gumamit para at least yung mga test na yan masubukan. Ayan.
Well, yeah, well, you can imagine my surprise. No, I was there, and of course, we've all been hearing rumors of people bringing them in, peddling him. Like I said, I've been asking my agents to go to run after them. Of course, hearing it officially that some people have received it, it was very surprising, no? Because, well, first of all, like I said, I do not even know what this product is, what the profile is. I don't know how it was handled. It's the FDA regulator in me that was thinking, did this go through the proper cold chain? It was distributed properly? Was this injected properly? And these are the things that we have to consider.
And I get you. I hear you loud and clear. But were you able to ask those questions to the president?
No, I didn't have that opportunity. No? But maybe when we asked for more information from the staff of the office of the president, hopefully we'll get some more information. And at the very least, maybe just be more careful with the use of vaccines or drugs that are unauthorized.
So since that time that the president issued that statement, you haven't had the chance to talk to him or talk to his staff about it?
Ay nako, pasimple pa kayo. Gusto nyo lang utusan si secretary. Try nyo kayo kaya magtanong doon sa Pangulo.
No, not really. But we are going to send an official letter. I'm going to send an official letter. In the same way that, when we had these rumors of a senator and a congressman having had these injections, I wrote them formally and asked them that there was a rumor that you had an injection. Can you please tell me who is peddling them, where you're getting them, because it's not allowed. Of course, I did not get any answers, but
they didn't answer you?
Try.
They haven't answered. They haven't answered you yet?
No, they haven't.
I mean,
di ba nakakaasar? Naasar si secretary?
So we leave it at that?
Well, it's not illegal for them to receive an injection.
Yan, butata ka na naman. Strike to na yan. Hindi talaga naiintindihan, no? Ba yan? Pinangang walang illegal sa pagpapaturok, Hindi ba maintindihan yun?
It's not like I can interrogate a senator or a leader in Congress or the president for them to give me more information that I can ask for. We do work with the law enforcement agencies and continue with the investigations. Once we hear something like this, but that that's as far as I can go when it comes to this. Now, like I said, I'd rather focus on making sure that whatever vaccine is used by the public has undergone the proper process, and that we can get, a certain amount of certainty and confidence on the safety and efficacy of these vaccines.
Okay, just as a final question, Dr. Domingo, because of this whole controversy over the weekend, how can the public trust what the FDA says or does when no less than the President says and believes many have been vaccinated already and yet you didn't know anything about it?
Nako sir, ang kulit talaga. Inaasar ka talaga sir. Wala talaga tayong magagawa na dyan. May gusto talaga silang palabasin.
Dr. Domingo.
Well, you have to trust somebody. And all I can say is that, at the FDA, if you've been following us, the work we've been doing for the past year, we have really made it more efficient, everything more transparent, and you've hardly heard any complaints about any irregularities or corruption in this agency. And we really vow to do our job. We have engaged experts, we have our regulatory evaluators here, and we're only going to make our final decisions to make sure that what is available to you will be something that has gone through the proper process, and that we can give you some certainty, that it has a good safety and efficacy profile. And that is the best we can do. Do our jobs, stick to our job description, and just really assure the public that we're going through each and every step for anything that will be available to you.